Hello and welcome back to the Football Zone and to the midweek preview. We've got some big games coming up this week, and starting off today with Chelsea v Norwich. Already relegated Norwich will face a very tough start against Chelsea, in my opinion, who will be rolled up following their stuffing at Sheffield United, and they need to if they want to make a Champions League place possible. So I'm going to say Chelsea will pick up a comfortable 3-0 victory. At Turf Moor, Burnley host Wolves. I can see this one being a stalemate, actually. Two really good sides who are in good form at the moment. Wolves actually having a bit of a drop-off. Burnley in 10th, 4 points off Europa League spot, and Wolves in 6th. But I can see this being a really entertaining 1-1 draw. At the Etihad, Man City host Bournemouth. To be honest, I can see this being an absolute stuffing, and I'm not feeling confident for Bournemouth. Man City, obviously happy that their ban has been overturned, and Bournemouth 3 points from safety. But to be honest, I can only see this going one way, and that's a stuffing for Man City. I'm saying 5-0. Newcastle host Tottenham at St James's Park. Newcastle in no man's land in the middle of the table, with Tottenham just 2 points off a Europa League spot. So they desperately need to win here if they want to qualify for Europe. And I don't think it'll be pretty, but I think I see them just nicking a 2-0 win here. 2-1 wins here, sorry. At the Emirates, Arsenal host Liverpool in a game which I don't think Liverpool will win, to be honest. I think it'll be a draw. Liverpool just aren't the same team since winning the title, and Arsenal desperately need the points, being 4 points off Europa League place. So I think it'll be a stalemate, but with Arsenal having the best of the play, 1-1. At Goodison Park, Everton host Aston Villa, in which is a big game for Aston Villa, but obviously not so much for Everton. They're in mid-table. Villa currently 4 points adrift, so they desperately need to win. However, I do think Everton may just have a bit too much for them, and they'll want a reaction following their loss at Wolves during the week. So I'm going to say 2-0 to Everton. At the King Power, Leicester host Sheffield United in what is an important game for both sides as they continue their push for European football. Leicester currently in 4th after Man United dropping points, just 3 goals ahead of them, and Sheffield United in 7th, 2 points clear of Tottenham to secure a Europa League spot. However, I do fancy the home side for this one, and I'm going to say a 3-0 win to Leicester. I just think Sheffield United will have a really dodgy performance. Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace host Manchester United. Palace in no man's land, they really are on a slump, with Man United 5th, and they continue their push to the Champions League spot. So I can see a comfortable win for Man United here. I'm going to say 2-1, but a consolation goal for Palace late on. Two teams on the south coast meet, Southampton and Brighton. Southampton are on a good run of form recently, beating Man City, drawing to Man United. They've done very well and find themselves in 12th. Brighton in 15th, still not mathematically safe, but they are safe. I think Southampton will win this, to be honest. Been really impressive lately. So I'm going to say Southampton will win. Boom, 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 boom. 1-0. And in the final game of the weekend, Watford v West Ham. Two teams fighting for their lives, both 3 points above the relegation zone, West Ham with a slightly better goal difference. And as the match is at the London Stadium, I think West Ham may just have an edge in what will be an undoubtedly scrappy game. But I'm going to say 1-0 to West Ham. And if all of my predictions are correct, this is how the table would look. Leicester and Chelsea still hold the Champions League spots, with Man United just behind them. Tottenham move above Sheffield United, and then going down to the relegation zone, still no change, with Bournemouth, Villa and Norwich still the same distance away from staying up. Moving on now to a big game in the Championship, West Brom v Fulham. Fulham in 4th, their playoff spot all but secured. However, West Brom coming under some pressure from Brentford, just 3 points behind them, and this is a huge game for them. I think because it's at the Hawthorns, I can see them just about winning, although it will be nervy, but I'm going to say a 2-0 win for the Baggies. At the Madejski, Reading, who are on a good run of form at the moment, host Middlesbrough, who are very, very inconsistent, are 19th, just 2 points above the relegation zone. However, I think Reading will have a bit too much quality for them here. So I'm going to say a 2-0 home victory for the Royals. At the DW Stadium, Wigan host Hull in what is a huge game for both sides. Wigan on 54 points, however, if they got deducted 12 points, they'd be on 42, just 4 points outside of the relegation zone. Hull currently in the relegation zone on 45 points, and to be honest, I can see them just getting a 1-0 win here. Smash and grab. I just see it. So I'm going to say 1-0 to Hull. Now to a huge game in the race for the playoffs, Cardiff v Derby. Derby been a bit of a dodgy run of form recently. That means they're 3 points off the playoffs in 10th. Cardiff currently just a point inside it in 6th. And I think Cardiff's home form should see them pick up the W here. So I'm going to say Cardiff 2, Derby 1, but this should be a good game. At Kenilworth Road, it's a huge game for Luton, who are playing QPR, whose season has just petered out a little bit in 16th. Luton on 44 points, just 2 points outside the relegation zone, and following a big win at the weekend, I think they could get a win here. I'm going to say narrow 1-0 win to boost their survival hope. At the Den, two teams with, well, very low chances of reaching the playoffs. Blackburn 4 points off the playoffs, Millwall 2 points off the playoffs, but with a lot of teams in between them square off. I think this will be a tight game between two evenly matched sides, but I think Millwall's home advantage will just see them pick up a narrow 1-0 win. At Sheffield Wednesday, Hillsborough, Sheffield Wednesday host Huddersfield. Sheffield Wednesday 14th following an impressive and surprising victory at QPR over the weekend. Huddersfield disappointing home defeat to Luton, 2 points above the relegation zone. And to be honest, I think Sheffield Wednesday will heap more miserably on there. They'll get a boost from their win, and I can see it being 2-1 to Sheffield Wednesday. Brentford host Preston. Preston still win with a small chance of the playoffs. 2 points off. Brentford 3 points off West Brom, so this really is a must-win for them. And to be honest, I think they'll do it. I can see them picking up a comfortable win here. They just look so good at the moment. So I'm going to say final score will be Preston 0, Brentford 3. Next up, Bristol City host Stoke at Ashton Gate. Bristol City have been good since Lee Johnson left the club. They're currently in 11th on 61 points, 3 points outside of the playoffs. And they play Stoke, who are in 17th, 4 points clear of Hull in 22nd, so I think they're safe. So I think Bristol City will pick up a pretty comfortable win here. I'm saying 2-0 to Bristol. At St Andrews, Birmingham face Charlton. Birmingham, they are kind of getting dragged into a relegation battle actually. 4 points clear, so not safe yet. And Charlton just a point and a place above Hull in 22nd, so they probably need this more. But I can see Birmingham getting a much needed home win, so I'm going to say 2-0 to Birmingham. At the City Ground, Forest hosts Swansea. Forest in 5th, they're 6 points clear of Swansea in 7th, and Swansea just a point off the playoff spot. I think Swansea need this more, but I can see Forest getting a win here. I just think they look so good at the moment, and I think they may have a bit too much quality. So I'm going to say a 1-0 win for Forest. And finally, Leeds v Barnsley. Leeds will finally be promoted to the Premier League if they better Brentford's result this week. And I think they'll win, but I don't think they'll better Brentford's result. I think Leeds will pick a comfortable win at home to Barnsley, who are 3 points clear, 3 points from safety, but I'm going to say a comfortable 4-0 win for Leeds. And if all my predictions were correct, here's what the table would look like. Leeds and West Brom still at the top, with Cardiff extending their lead to 2 points in the race for the playoffs, this time with Millwall in second. Hull with a crucial win, which lifts them right up the table, and means Charlton drop into the relegation zone, with even Luton going above them. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your predictions in the comments below and what matches you're most looking forward to. Follow us on Twitter for daily football news, link in the description below, and subscribe to my other channels on screen right now. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.